What's up, everybody? I'm Novo coming at you with another one. This one has me a bit excited, and I'm trying not to put too much emotion into the video. I'm just trying to be as level headed as possible. But we can see that price has gone down below the 350-day moving average before it ran, and we are now below the 350-day average before we run again in between this channel, and the channel is broadening, right? We've got the 350 times 1.618 Fibonacci and then the times 2. So as we get range expansion, so will price become range expandant. But we had the momentum was dropping off quite a bit, and only just now we're seeing momentum going up and the price leveling off. It was going down, but momentum is going up. So it could be that this may be the new bottom, and we're going to start testing these levels. So we're going to see some stops around 82, 85 cents or so. If we go down to, what was it, the hourly? Yeah, here it is. Auto. I'm going to turn this off for a sec. This guy and this guy. And you can see that we went up, we found resistance along the 350, which is what should have happened. It's happened in the past, right? But we are starting to see that consolidation bull form. And what kind of waves have we got? We got an A, a B, a C, blah, blah, blah. And then I think this is the final capitulation. So we may see some investors really start to step in on Wallbridge coming up soon. Again, this is on the hourly, right? So a bit more noisy. If you go to the daily, it looks scary. Was it the daily? Yeah, it's still low volume. We're kind of topping out. A little bit of resistance at 77, 73. Essentially, this guy right here. This is the resistance we have to overcome. Right there, 75 cents. When we consolidate and then finally break above 75 cents, I think this thing's going to give us a run for our money, and it will be time dependent, too fast, and it'll dump again. Slow and steady, look at that. There's our resistance point right there. And this is our base so far. If we hold base, our wedge is right here. I just got to get a little bit lower and move this over. Like so. And come on, right about there. And that's our wedge. So we have resistance here. I have a feeling we may do a couple more inclusions down in this lower quadrant, and then hopefully we break up to the upside. We can see some footprints as to how we normally take off, right? That seems to be the same angle, same angle, same angle. So once this thing finally comes down, it looks like the next big move is going to be a breakout. And we need to break out above 7.5. So even if this thing were to dump today, we still have a good chance of breaking 7.5. We'll find this resistance here, and then hopefully this past resistance becomes future support. And I think in previous videos I mentioned that Wallbridge was a junior miner, and I think it's ready to step into one of the majors. It may still get bought out, but I just think they're too big to be considered a junior now, and that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, I'm sure somebody out there is going to agree with me eventually. And the consolidation bull that we are looking at right now, that's the bottom. Can't quite zero it in. Might be a bit noisy for my liking. Let's say that that's the bottom if I bring this down a bit more. Yeah, too noisy. I mean, we do follow it as resistance, and now we're finding it as support. So once we get around, yeah, April, I think mining is gonna like totally take off come April. Right now, marijuana and mushrooms are taking off again, um, and the mining has been doing the slow creep, trying to push people out. But I think we are getting ready. So I've been in here for a while, way down in the 30 cent range or whatever. The last time I sold was up around 127. Um, I think it was here, and I've been accumulating only because I really like this company, and they're here to make money. So I don't think I have any more to discuss on Wallbridge, only that I like that we are at a potential bottom, right? We still have time. Don't think that I'm saying we're going to take off right away. We're still going through our consolidation. APO MACD is below the zero cross, so it's still weak. We're still gathering, but the potential is there. And this is on the weekly. Since we're on the weekly, let's see if we have support on the 20-week average. Whoops, not that. It's not what I want. Down the rabbit hole. And the 20 and maybe the 50 as well. Okay. So there you go. Time's got to pass by. The 20 and the 50 have to get pretty close to the 75 cent mark, at which point I think we're going to take off. So that 20-week EMA, once we break that, I think that will be a good signal to start accumulating. Not all in. We don't play Texas Hold'em. And on the daily, we tested the 50. Let's get rid of this bull. It's starting to cloud up. Again, APO MACD is just surfing under the zero. We're waiting for green candles to start showing up. And we tested the 50, came back down, and now we're testing to see if we see support on the 20. If price stays in between, that means that spring is going to compress. And there's only two ways out of that section as this thing compresses. It's either up or down. I'm hoping to get a better buy down here before this takes off. If this takes off, I'm already positioned, so I'm good either way. Money flow index is going up. It's positive. Haven't quite broken into the 80, 90 mark. What is that? 80? 80 is where we turned last time under resistance. What do we do in the past? Nine, no, 80. Yeah, 80. Well, that's kind of a false signal there. What else? It might be too noisy. What about weekly? And log scale. Oh, interesting. This signal right here, 53 million shares in a week, very close to a top, and that was a buy. So maybe the smart money is getting ready for another rally. And again, support. Zoom in a bit more. Just getting ready to cross. This is on the weekly, so these signals are very slow. I don't know. I like it. I like it. So this is the 110 week average. We have support. We have support. We're in a wedge, potential breakout. Um, where is the bottom of this thing? Right about there. Go Japanese candles. Yeah, it would be a pretty good argument that bottom is around here. The potential for a dip is still there. But I do like the APO starting to turn around above the MACD. Money flow index, this be kind of slow weekly. I think it's more about watching price. So this looked like a cup and a failed handle. In fact, it's twice as long. So I would argue that that is a good sign of nearing a potential bottom as well. We just still have that down pressure from this wick here, pushing down, right? Turning this stuff off, just looking at the argument. So heavy selling pressure, a little bit of indecision. I'll call that the capitulation here, but I don't see a capitulation volume candle. It's not there. So that could just be the temporary stop before we run up. We've got some wicks down here suggesting buying pressure from 65 to 65, 67. And what time is it? 3:20. We're close to close. We're at a higher high essentially from yesterday. If in the rest of the week we see higher highs again, I think we'll really challenge that 75-cent mark. And then once we break 82, I think we'll start running hard. And then we'll start doing, the next rally. What did I say? 82? Yeah, and then it'll overcome these moving averages as well. So above the 20, above the 50, and then above the 111. And then once all this turns and starts looking bullish, that's when I think our next major run is going to be. And if we do the old consolidation math, the next destination for us, let's see, that was a double top resistance. We're looking at around $2. So I would probably be looking to exit around $1.95. And if we look left, what do we got? Holy Hannah. That would be an all-time high coming up soon. That would be an all-time high and lots of volume stepping in here. I haven't looked left in a while, actually. Let's go turn off log. There we go. That looks a little better. So all this argument eventually is going to be overcome. And then once we break that, well, I guess 244 will be blue sky after that. But I do like this range of expansion that is happening as we move forward. So I guess that's it. Let's zoom in. Excuse me. And we could almost argue that the triangle is this guy right here, right? Like so. And we are closing in on a breakout. So that was a signal to sell off. And I think we're close. That's the monthly. And this is the first green monthly candle we've seen for some time. And we'll have to wait and see if we see volume. So let's go back to weekly. Yeah, it starts getting a little sloppy, but whatever. I'll take it. Yeah, we shall work on that. Anyways, clear that up. This guy actually, I'm just gonna bring it back because that's the noise we're trying to overcome. You know what I'm doing. Right about there. All right. So we'll have to wait and see if we finally see, excuse me, some moves like this as we run up soon. I think we're very close. Thumbnail time, full screen. We'll get rid of that guy. We'll talk about that at a later time. But right now we need to overcome all of this stuff. Hey, I got an idea. Just having fun. So that's our resistance right there. Trade safe.